Matt Brown, and we're going to do the remaining electric guitar parts that we haven't talked about. It's No Rain by Blind Melon. So basically we've got everything except for this solo left to do here on electric guitar. Alright, so we're playing with a little bit of delay, a little bit of reverb. You want to play with your middle pickup or, the combination of pickups like I'm doing to get this kind of tone. Alright, so the motif is real easy. We're in the key of E, E mixolydian for the most part. So we have this. So 3 notes, A sliding up to B, and then we're going to come back down to an E. So simple enough, right? Then the next thing, that repeats a few times, and then we get this. So slowly, all E mixolydian stuff, we get. Like that. So that repeats a few times then, and then the final time we get this. Alright, so that last time slowly we get 3, 4. Alright, so now we're into the chorus. And the chorus is pretty sparse, so I'll just go ahead and play it and then explain it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're just holding out an E note, and then what we're going to do is a hammer on from G sharp to A. Those are 16th notes. Then we're going to come down to D, is where that resolves, because we're playing the D chord and the acoustic guitar part. And then the next time we resolve to this A note. And then we're going to rest for measure, and then we're going to slide into a B. And then at the end of the second measure where we're holding the B, we get this at the end. So that's and, 4 and. So that's a B note, then a muted B, and then a B. Like that. Now, so the chord progression of the form repeats then. So let's talk about what happens next. So here's how the second half of the chorus sounds. We get this. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so what we're doing is we're resolving to the same notes, like the root notes of the chord progression, but we're doing some bends in between. So, and then so we're bending the 11th fret up, a full stop, and holding that bend, and then we're going to pull it back down, release it. So there's the D. Resolving to A, then we're going to rest for a while, and then we get, the motif kind of comes back in, but it's played a little bit different. Instead of, it's this. Alright, now we're into another verse, and this one is played very similar to the other, like the intro part that we talked about. So we get this. So it's twice as long. And there's some little details to talk about, like the first time he plays the... So he plays with a little bit of palm muting there, just to, I don't know, do something different. So you can do that or not do it, doesn't really matter. I'd probably not do it with with spring reverb because it gets to be a little bit much tone wise. So I just play it normally like that probably. And then it continues on, and we play this a little bit more. So this verse it's twice as long as what we had for the intro. So like the rhythm guitar is doing. That's what the rhythm guitar is doing, and so that 2-bar thing happens for a total 4 times for 8 bars. All right, so let's move on with the rest of the verse here and talk about that. So the verse, like I said, it continues on with the. Then we get this little fill at the end here. So the last time is 3, 4. So slowly, ready, go. Okay, so then a slide, grace note slide into the B. And then we're into the chorus. So I'll play this chorus now. It's very similar to the last one, but with some differences we'll talk about. So we get this. And then we're into the escape part. All right, so just a few differences, like we're resolving to the low A instead of this high A up here. And then in the second half of the chorus, instead of doing like that, we have, and then so these notes are left ringing over each other. Sorry, I didn't let them ring. Like that. And then the next time we're going to resolve up to a B. And then we're back to the motif at the end there. All right, so let's move on. All right, so we have the guitar solo next, and that I already covered in a separate lesson, so we don't need to cover that. So we're to another chorus now. And this is the chorus where it's dynamically kind of soft. It comes in after the solo. We just had that big crazy solo, and now we're gonna kind of chill out for this chorus. So as you might imagine, we're gonna play a little bit more chilled out here. There's a few things that the rhythm guitar does on the G chord that we're going to sort of emulate on our lead guitar part. So in that measure we get 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a syncopated rhythm that the rhythm guitar is doing. In that measure we kind of do something similar. So keep that in mind, and I'll just start from the beginning of this chorus and I'll go up to that G chord part. So get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. All right, so let's keep going. So that G rhythm is 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and like that. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. All right, so let's move on. So in the G we get. So we're going to resolve down to this low E here when the vocals are doing same, and the rhythm guitar is hitting this E5. 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we have the motif. And then the motif happens 2 more times. All right, let's talk about what happens next. All right, so now we have another verse, And then the verse is this, you know, it's doing the same thing it always does, that part. That's all that's going on for that verse. So we've already talked about all that, so not a whole lot there to go with. And then we have sort of like an outro lead guitar type solo that we need to talk about here at the end. So now what we have in the song is the outro solo, and good news, we don't have a whole lot of new stuff to learn from the other solo. A lot of these licks are repeated. So here's what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'll do it slow. 3, 4. So I've already broken down almost all of these licks slowly in the other solo, so you can, I'm not going to break them down slowly again. So just check out the solo lesson for a real slow note by note type of breakdown of what we have in this outro solo. All right, so let's move on to how the song winds down now. So our last lick resolves into an E note, and then our ending thing, we have this. That's kind of the lick that he plays at the end. So that is, it's and 4 and 1. So we're sliding into the B. So and 4 and 1. And that happens again. And 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Is the last lick. And then, so that holds out for the remainder of one measure, and then holds out for the following measure, and then we rest for the final 2 bars. So the whole ending goes like this. I'll play it for you. Done. So sorry, the last 2 bars are rests, so I kept going with the rests. Rests are important too. So that'll do it for Blind Melon's No Rain. Hope you enjoyed this 3-part lesson. Got tons and tons and tons of more lessons coming, so email me for the tabs if you need them, or if you want some private guitar lessons. Alright, I'm Matt Brown, and I'll see you around.